Hello everybody, I am Indrajit again come in front of you in my YouTube channel Com Server Indrajit. Like, share, subscribe my channel. Don't skip. Please see all the videos. Go to today's topic. Today I discuss about the compiler and the interpreter. First, what is the basic difference between the compiler and the interpreter? First difference is compiler converts the whole source program into an object program at once, but interpreter converts the source program into object program one time on and at a time. So we can say interpreter convert source program into object program at a time, but compiler first convert whole source program into a object program at once. In case of compiler, it displays the errors for the whole program together after compilation. But in case of interpreter, it displays the errors of one line at a time, and after correction that line it goes to the next line. This is the basic difference between the compiler and the interpreter. Now go to the Java compiler and interpreter concept, or how it compile or how it interpret. We all know that general compiler or interpreter are used in the various computer languages. Each computer language uses either compiler or interpreter to convert the source code into an object code. But in case of Java language, it treats compiler and interpreter in the different ways. Java compiler is basically a software that converts source code into a intermediate binary form called, which is known as a bytecode, and the bytecode is a common binary form of program and works irrespective of the machine on which it is to be executed. Again we say Java interpreter accepts bytecode and converts it into a machine code suitable to the specific platform. So if we go through a structure, at first it take Java compiler take Java source code, then it compile it to its bytecode, then interpret, then the work of the interpreter is going on and it works on OS 2 or Unix or Windows 8 or any of the OS. কারণ Java is a platform independent. Now I discuss about the some packages of Java development kit and their functions. First package is java.lang. Java.lang. We see in the background java.lang. It's basically used to support classes which containing string or character, math, integer, thread, etc. Next package is java.io. What is the function of java.io? It's basically used to support classes to deal with input and output statements. Next one is java.applet. It's basically used in Java to support classes to generate applet specific environment, not other environment. Next one is java.net. Java.net we basically use to support classes for network related operations and dealing with URL, which is known as Uniform Resource Locator. Next package is java.awt. This package basically used to support abstract window, toolkit and managing GUI, which we also known as graphical user interface. And the next one is java.txt. for localizing text elements such as date, time, currency, etc. And the next package is java.math. It's basically used to support mathematical function such as square roots. It may be in both cases, it may be integer type or it may be decimal type. In both cases we can use these things. Java program basically two types. First one is the standalone program and the next one is the applets. What is standalone program? Java program. This is the most common type of Java program, basically which based on software application, and it's also you can say as a application program which is performed on personal computer and also for the execution begins with a main method. That in applet, in standalone Java program, it's basically we begin with main method, and the another one is the applets. Applets is these types of program where it's basically designed with some restrictions which are executed by using web browser like Microsoft Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, etc. They are the small program. They are the small programs present on the internet but can be downloaded for the user application. So applet basically used for internet application purpose or browser web browsing related purpose. These are the basic two types of Java program which we are get in the market, which number one is standalone and the another one is the applets. Now I present in front of you a simple Java program and discuss line by line. As a result, all of you can understand how Java program run on computer or how the programming coding is writing in Java programming language. Now go to the program. Now I present in front of you how you write down the Java program. Before write down the Java program, for school level candidate who did in the class 10 or 12, they first open BlueJ application, then click on the new class button. After click on the new class button, they see a dialog box named BlueJ create new class. Here we put the class name, and after put the class name, we click on the OK button. Then we see a editor, and then press Ctrl A to select all the things which write down in the editor and delete all the things. Then press the tail button. Now we begin to write down the program. This is the first step which you see in the video. Now at first we declare it's a public type class, and we also put a class name. Here I put class name to sample, and then we begin the class body with the second braces. After that, now we write down public static void main string args, then close it by the third bracket, and now close the first bracket. After that, we begin the main function body by using the second bracket. Now initialize or declare variable. Here we make the simple calculation like sum. So at first we declare some integer type variable. Here we declare basically three variables into which are integer type by using int a equals to 10, b equals to 15 and c equals to 0. Here we indicate or allocate the marks or allocate the number by using which we can make the calculation. Here a is a variable, first variable, b is the second variable. Here the value of the A is 10 and the value of the B is 15, and also the value of the C is 0, because here we make the calculation. After that we declare C equals to A plus B and end the line by using the semicolon, because it indicates the termination of the line. Now in C we make the calculation by adding two variables A and B. So basically after execute the program, 10 and 15, these two numbers are added and loaded the result inside the C variable, and the result definitely is 25. Then we display the thing by using system.out.println or print. If we use system.out.println, then it display the things in the next line, and if we use system.out.print, then it display anything on the screen on the same line. And now we put the text which display is the sum of two number, then make semicolon and plus C, call the variable. But here we consciously make a mistake. We put string name to simple small s, but correct one is the capital S. So we make the correction on it, and after that when we compile the program, you show that there is no error, and after execute the program, it shows the result on the screen. That's all regarding the program. And now I describe to you what are the basic logic used behind the program. In the previous program, when we first time typing, then we consciously typing S in a small letter in the string argument, but by finishing the program, when we compile the program, then it show a message where we see cannot find symbol class string. That means there is some problem is the string, and he highlighted the line where we basically found any error. Now we rectify the error and then again compile the program until it gave us 0 error 0 warning. After it gave us 0 error 0 warning, we execute the program or run the program. Then we display the output. In the program, at first we declare the class, then we use public static void main string argument. After that we declare variable as per our necessity. Then we make the calculation, and every calculation part and the statement part or variable declaration part we must end by using the semicolon, because it indicates the termination of the line. After make all the calculation, now the last part is the display part of the output. Here we use system.out.println to display anything on the screen. So main function of system.out.println is to display anything on the screen, and the things which we want to display, we must put the things within the semicolon and within the parenthesis. After that we call the variable. In the previous program, the program which we just see before, where we call the variable by using plus C. So to call the variable and display the value of the variable, we use plus sign, we use plus symbol. That's all regarding today's program. Next day we go to the another program, and we also know about another some new things regarding the Java program. Today I end here. Hope everybody keep well, maintain COVID rules. See you next day in the new video. Please share, subscribe, like my channel.